Well, it's a great pleasure to speak to Tim Murray, who is the Chief Executive Officer of the Yarra Junior Football League, which is the biggest junior football league in Australia. And Tim, you've got some great news regarding the start of the season.
It's an exciting day, Dan. We're really looking forward to being able to say to our community our season is going to happen, subject of course to the government approval so that we can make sure it's safe. But for the boys and girls in our league, we say we think it's reasonable to look forward to playing a really good season and hopefully some finals if your team has a good year.
Are you confident you'll get government approval, and how much work is involved in that?
Look, we are confident of getting government approval. The AFL is doing a great job in working with the state government and the various health authorities. Clearly there's some work to be done. We need to get permission to resume contact training and to resume competitive games, but all indications are that we'll be able to proceed in July, thereabouts, and that'll give us anywhere between 8 and 12 weeks of a season and a couple of weeks of finals, if that's how it works out for your team.
Obviously the finals need to be finished, and there's an agreement already in place between AFL Victoria and Cricket Victoria October 11th. So if you can get an 8 to 10 week season at least, that's not too bad, is it? Considering what it was looking like to maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago.
That's exactly right, Dan. Even a week ago, it was hard to believe we'd be in the position that we're in now. But the state government, the AFL, have done a great job in keeping us informed. We've got a wonderful group of clubs who are motivated and keen to get the boys and girls back playing the game they love. And we're really grateful to the cricket authorities and to the councils for their support in extending our season into October. We've always ended in August, but now we're going to play for another 6 weeks, which gives us a chance to get a decent home and away season as well as the finals in play.
So there've been no clubs that have not been keen on having a season at junior level?
Look, there's a lot for our volunteers and clubs to do, and I'm just so grateful for the effort they put in to bring this season above all others to fruition. But none of them have pulled out. Certainly some of them are finding the workload substantial, but none of them have said we can't play or we won't play. They all have boys and girls who are keen to play, and that's what we have to work through with the clubs over the next few weeks.
Have you found it's been hard for them to explain to some of the kids, particularly the younger ones, the under 11s, under 12s, why they can't play? They still probably don't quite understand the COVID-19 situation.
This is a challenge that all of us as parents face, just explaining to the children why the things they love to do they can't do. Hopefully now the children and the parents are seeing that the restrictions are being eased slightly, and that gives us an opportunity for the game they love to be played. It's a task that every parent's had over the last 6 to 8 weeks, and my own family, I'm not excepted. So yeah, you're right, it's been a difficult part of the experience for families.
It's a bit frustrating, Tim, when you look at a day like today, and that we've had some beautiful days on the weekend, on the Sunday when most of junior footy's played, and you think, wouldn't it be great to be out playing junior footy and we can't do it?
Oh, Dan, look, last Wednesday would have been the first round of our representative footy, and we looked at the skies and thought this would have been a perfect night for night representative footy, but it wasn't happening. And that's part of the disappointment of the events, but the community and its health's more important. And once we get the all clear from the government and the health authorities, we'll be ready to go.
What are you thinking? One parent per child at this stage? And I know there are a lot of families that treat junior football as a family affair. How do you get that message across? Are you confident you will?
Look, we're hopeful that by the time we get to the season being running competitively, that we'll be able to have more than one parent per child. At the moment, it looks as if that will be the restriction to meet the 100 people at a venue requirement. But if that doesn't happen, with the help of GameFace, we're really excited about live streaming our finals games so that those parents and extended family members that want to watch the kids' footy game can see it through their Facebook, on their computer or on their television.
Well, this is a massive competition. It goes right around a large portion of the eastern and northeastern suburbs. You've got a lot of volunteers involved. It's also, I suppose, an issue for parents and even kids at this stage, where they get an opportunity to play junior football, and it probably helps them with their mental health, which sadly is such a big issue in our society nowadays, Jim.
Well, Dan, we know that 3 in every team at a junior level will experience some form of mental health issue. And so reconnecting with their teammates, with their coaches and at their clubs is such an important part of their re-establishing a normal balance and a normal life. Mental health is every bit as important as physical health for our boys and girls, and footy clubs are so important in helping our boys and girls, and indeed our men and women, with that. It connects them to their peers, to their colleagues, to their teammates, and that's one of the huge benefits of getting footy back.
First official training session for the clubs, when do you think?
Well, some clubs have been training already. They were really motivated and got council approval to use the facilities. Others are looking to start next Monday. There might be some who are a bit later than that. That's okay. We just need to get things moving and get the clubs and the players back in a manner that's going to be safe and help the boys and girls do the thing they love.
And how have you been coping with it all? I know you've got a family and you've obviously got a league to run, a massive league to run. How's it been for you, this situation of not having any footy?
It's been a strange season. Normally at this time of the year, the operational swing of the season is well underway. We're getting ready for Best and Fairest awards and finals and representative footy carnivals, and we've had none of that. So we've experienced the same difficulties as a business as any other business in our community has, and that's why we're so excited to finally see the prospect of some footy being played. It's an exciting day.
So the date you're thinking is July 12th?
Look, we're hopeful, but we have to say that it's subject to the approval of the state government. It could be later, it's hard to be precise. We just want to get the message out there that footy's going to come back.
Good on you, Tim. Thanks so much for chatting to us. Great news for the Yarra Junior Football League, and hopefully we get some footy very soon.
Thanks, Dan, and thanks to GameFace. We're so grateful for everything you guys do for us.
Pleasure.
Get your GameFace on.